Well, hello there, and how are you doing? Today I've already prepped my face with the Village Barber shaving oil. I'm going to have to get some more of that one of these days. Good stuff. And, well, my soap is going to be the Barbershop soap from Stirling. I haven't used this in a while. I'm a little surprised I don't have more of their soaps because they make good stuff. My razor is going to be this. It is a Neillite 400 Bakelite razor, and in there I have a sharp blade beyond its first use, and my brush, is going to be this. It is a restored Rubberset brush with a horsehair knot, and I've used all of this before at some point in a previous incarnation of this channel. Let me go ahead and wet the brush here just a little bit, and maybe a little bit more than that. I'm going to see if I can get a lather started, and I hope you're all doing well out there. Despite it not having a lot of backbone, I still like this brush quite a bit. I feel like I should wet it just a little bit more. I lathered this for a minute. It seems like every time I go to make a video I have, well, not every time, but sometimes I have disappointing lathers. But I've never used this brush with this soap before either. That's kind of a thin lather. When I take a break here in a bit before I go to the second pass, I might try to work on this some more. But for right now, that will have to do. And I'll go ahead and wet the razor. Usually, that's an awfully thin lather. Usually this soap performs a lot better. I think it might be the brush and soap combination, but we'll see here. First pass with the grain. Comfortable so far. We'll see how that goes. Yesterday, I had a very nice lather with another soap and a different brush. Yep, I'm definitely going to lather up a little better between passes here. Even though I lathered that brush for a full minute, I'll see if I can't do a little better for the second pass. Excuse me while I rinse the razor. Now sometimes, well, now I'm going out of focus again. How do you like that? New expensive phone, and what's it do? Its camera takes me out of focus on videos. A lot more storage capacity and probably a better camera as far as megapixels or whatever on this phone, but maybe it's just not my day. Funny how my old phone didn't do that, taking me out of focus stuff. And compared to this one, it was a very cheap phone. Well, anyway, I'm going to rinse the razor again. And look, I already got a little weeper. Not my day, folks. Sometimes I like to think about things I'd like to talk about on camera other than just shaving. And I have so many things I could talk about. Some people like it when I talk about my life or whatever. One thing I guess I can talk about fairly easily and with no shame is the really nice apple cobblers I've been making lately. That's terrible. No, anyway, not the cobblers, this so-called lather here. Yeah, the other day I made my first apple cobbler ever from a recipe I got online from the good folks at Land O'Lakes. That's a company here that makes butter, and I guess they make milk, a dairy. And I didn't use their butter. I used some store brand butter, but yeah, my first and second cobblers turned out really well. So I might apple cobbler myself and everyone to death. And then maybe I'll switch to peach cobblers or cherry cobblers or what have you. But right now, I'd just like to disappear for a minute and rinse the razor. And I'm going to try to get a better lather going. If I have to, I'll switch brushes on the third pass. We'll see, but I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, and that's a little bit better. Still got that weeper going on here, but I think I'll be alright. Second pass across the grain here. Oh, and incidentally, well, you might not be able to see it right now because I just got the razor dirty, but this side of these Neillite 400 Bakelite razors, just 4 scallops there, and this side has 8, I think it is. So different aggressions on each side. You could use this like you would use a single edge razor, but I'm going to use both sides of it, and everything should come out in the wash. So here we go. I've showed that with these razors when I've used them before, so for some of you this is old news, but I've got 2 of these. One's brown, and this one's either a dark brown or a black. I got them both on eBay last year. And as a general rule, I've enjoyed them. So, well, just flip the blade over, or flip the razor over, use the other side of the blade. That's why they call it double-edge shaving. Double-edge shaving. Not sure what that is. But speaking of age, I've had a little too much excitement lately, and even though I'm still the tender age of 39, I'm not getting any younger, and I'm getting too old for some things. I'll be right back. Gotta rinse the razor. Okay. Been busy shoveling snow here. Oh, they have people that come around with a snow blower. But I've been shoveling things they didn't get to. Walks and a path to one of the dumpsters and so forth. And cooking and cleaning and helping get the common area ready for the coffee thing they do on the weekends and for Christmas and so forth. I haven't been doing any of the decorating, but a lot of cleaning and things like that. Well, I'm really bleeding here. Well, I'm going to rinse the razor and try to do something about this. Well, okay, I'm still bleeding there, but I'll put some cold water on that later and some alum, and if necessary, we'll see. If you don't mind a little blood. At least I got a better lather. I don't remember this soap being that thirsty, but it's been sitting for a while, hasn't been used a lot, and so I got a better lather. Oops, spreading blood all over my neck here. Got a better lather, just simply adding more water is all. Quite a bit more. And then the lather was spilling over the tub and everything, spilling over the edge of it. I almost considered bowl lathering, transferring all that to a shaving bowl and lathering, so I would have a little more room, but I guess I'll just continue to go with the tub of soap right now. Always a good soap, never had any appreciable problems with it, but like I said, I just didn't add enough water. Yeah, and I might put some alum on this during the break here. I'm going to cut away and come back to you freshly lathered for that third pass, which will be against the grain. Okay, I'm back, and I did put some alum on that, but it doesn't seem to have taken, so I've got a different thing here, some styptic liquid I may try on this here in a bit, but let me go ahead and start this against the grain pass here. Yeah, been doing a lot of cooking, a lot of cleaning, just trying to keep busy lately, getting things done, working on other projects, which unfortunately has taken me away from watching some of your videos. Those of you that make videos, I need to catch up on a lot of those, and a lot of you are people that have supported me even when I was going a little wacko there for a while. I suppose that if I were someone else, I might want to watch my videos, even if I were someone that didn't like me, and there are some of those folks out there that don't care for me. I think I might watch this channel just to watch me go off the rails every 10 or 11 months and erase all my videos and start all over. That could be fun to watch too, I guess. Excuse me. Anyway, bleeding still, but let me go ahead to the neck here. I mean, this doesn't really hurt. It stings a little bit, but that's mostly because I put some alum on it, and I hate it when it doesn't take. Now, maybe some cold water later. See, I got blood dripping down here. That's sorry, I hope I'm not grossing anyone out. It's just that I want to keep doing what I'm doing here as far as the shave. It is a comfortable shave, and now that I've gotten a better lather, added more water to this soap, which is a good soap. You know that probably if you've been wet shaving for a while, you probably know about Stirling soaps. They're good soaps. Well, excuse me again. So, like I said, it's been snowing here, and well, it's drizzling outside now. I was out there smoking a cigarette. I know those aren't good for you, but it's like my last vice, that and soda pop and coffee. I guess you could say caffeine and nicotine are my last two vices. And, well, I was out there kind of thinking about things I'd like to talk about in this video. But sometimes I go a little far afield and I don't talk about the shave, which is what this is supposed to be about, a shaving channel, you know. Well, anyway, I'm going to break away again, but I'll be back directly. I'll try to do something about this again. I don't know. Sometimes cold water fixes these things better than alum, for me, in my experience anyway. I'll be back and I'll do pickups. Alright, I'm back, and here's what I used. I'm almost out of this. I gotta order some more. The Infolab, the green styptic liquid, that got this thing pretty good. I used an alum stick, which is kind of like an alum block, not the styptic pencil, but well, I don't want to show it because I don't want you to think badly of this other alum that usually it does the job, but when I have a really bad problem weeper, either some of this helps or sometimes some styptic matches, the little disposable styptic things that look like matches, except on the ends they have alum instead of sulfur, so they won't light and catch fire. But one of those two things usually works for me when I have a troublesome little weeper, and sometimes if all else fails and I'm lucky, cold water. There's all kinds of other tricks too. A dab of Vaseline is one way that will sometimes work, things like that. Anyway, I'm going to try to do pickups here. Sorry, this has been a rather odd shave, even for me. Actually, to be honest with you, I know this sounds like some kind of excuse, but I think because because I don't have to worry about making a video on the days when I just shave and don't make a video, I've had some really, really nice shaves. And I don't know if I was just paying more attention and doing a better job, using better technique, whatever. Just about all the products I use are good. Some are better than others, but I don't have a lot of products or gear that I just, don't like. I've got a lot of really good stuff. Some of it was inexpensive. Like Stirling soaps are mid-range price or whatever. They're not terribly expensive, but they're really good. And that brush, that restored brush I got from a gentleman on eBay who I've met in one of the shaving groups on Facebook. I've spoken to him there, and yeah, I forget his name, but that's, usually good. Everything's usually good. It's just that, well, user error. Nothing wrong with the product or the gear, it's the user. And, well, just about done here. I'm not going to try to GI this or whatever, but pretty good shave, all things considered. Always got these trouble spots over underneath my ear and along my jawline here, but other than that weeper that was kind of ghastly looking, a little gruesome, I guess. Other than that, it's been an awfully comfortable shave, and I guess I can't call this one DBS, but I will call it DFS, darn fine shave, and feels great. Okay, I'm going to rinse things off, including my face, and I'll be back with Mr. Towel. Here he is, our good friend, Mr. Towel. Whew. Yeah, that water gets awfully cold this time of year, but it sure helps. My little weeper hasn't come back. I might still have some blood here and there because it was bleeding all over. Sorry about that. Not my best shave, but instructional in a way because, well, I'll show you this again. It's not like I've never shown that in another video, but this time this stuff really worked, and that's why I kept it around. Oops, there it goes. And I need to order some more of that. I had 3 of those. I gave one away to a fellow lives here in my building that I've converted to this kind of shaving. Okay, pat dry, a little drier there. And I'll put Mr. Towel back, and I'll begin a brief recap, and then I'll finish up the shave. All right, I began off camera. I prepped my face with the Village Barber shaving oil. Kind of expensive. I got this for, I think, $21 plus postage, and I don't know if I bought anything else with it, but I think it might be worth every penny. I've had better and better luck with it as time has gone by. My razor has been this Neillite Bakelite, Neillite 400 Bakelite razor, 3-piece, and let's see. Just a slight bit of overhang on these on each end, slight bit to be aware of. And like I said before, 4 scallops on that side and 8 on that side. So there are really different levels of aggression there as far as the scallops go. In there I had this, a sharp Durablade right there. That's the tuck that those come in. And the wrappers look the same as that. And my soap, I got this cleaned up. I did have this overflowing with lather earlier after that second pass, but the Stirling Soap Company Barbershop scent. That's really good stuff right there. And if you've been wet shaving a while, you know about Stirling soaps, how good they are. Okay, I'm going to reach into magic cabinet number 2 over here and grab the Humphreys scentless witch hazel, and I'll apply some of that to my face now. Put some in the hand here and kind of rub like that. And a little bit of sting because there is some alcohol in the Humphreys, but not too bad this time. Even the weeper where it was doesn't sting. And I seem to have like some kind of little tiny, not a pimple exactly, but some kind of microscopic little flap of skin there that every once in a while I'll start catching that, and I've been doing that lately, getting a little weeper there. Not as bad usually as today's was, but yeah, I need to be more aware of that. It doesn't hurt. Like I said, the shave was still comfortable, but just one of those things that you can sometimes expect with this hobby. Not too bad. Well, now I'm going to reach over here, and to go with that Barbershop scent soap, I'm going to use the classic Pinaud Clubman aftershave, which to me has always smelled in a nice way like a barbershop. I like that. And as I was saying in my previous video, I have a friend who likes this stuff but does not like their Special Reserve. And I don't know what scents of theirs other than the classic he likes. I'll have to ask him. He's a collector of colognes, but I haven't gotten him into this hobby yet that I know of. He lives in another state. Here we go. Yeah, there's more sting with that, but it's okay. That means it's doing its job. Oh, I forgot to put a little on the wrists. I've got it behind the ears here, some on the temples maybe. That's really nice. And now I'm going out of focus. Boogity boogity. There, am I back in focus? Yeah. Oh, anyway, sorry, I almost forgot to tell you. The Nivea Men original post-shave balm is what I'm going to finish up with here. And there we go. A generous amount, probably more than I need. But go ahead and rub that in my hands and put a generous amount on my neck, on the chin, and elsewhere. On the forehead, even on the eyelids. Just make sure you keep your eyelids closed when you're doing that. Really nice balm, this, the Nivea original. No parabens, as I said in my previous video, and it does, the skin absorbs it very nicely, and it's not terribly greasy. I do have quite a bit extra that you don't need as much of it as I use. Just a very little bit will do the job, but that's okay, and I'm ready to bomb out of here. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate all your support. You left me some very nice comments, both here and on Facebook, so thank you, all of you. And I'll try to be back soon. Until then, peace.